Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful morning here. I'm up early drinking my cup of tea, and I've got a cup of tea this morning that really surprised me. I actually love Earl Grey and black teas in general, but I went to Norway recently and I picked up a little thing of tea in the hotel, and it said, moment to energize. And I thought it was maybe like a fruit drink or something, but it's Earl Grey. And when I made this cup of tea, it is so strong and so dark. It's not like any Earl Grey that I've ever drunk. I have no idea what Lipton put in there, but we'll check it out and see. But anyway, having my cup of Earl Grey energizing tea this morning, and hope you've got something for yourself too that makes you feel happy and positive and strong. We need strength and courage in these crazy times, don't we? But here we are in our 50s and 60s and trying to sort out what's real and what's important in our lives. But before I start telling my story, which I hope is going to really motivate you to take action today, I want to mention that our sponsor for today's show is International Living. We are working with International Living to help 60 and Me find out about their services, which are to help people determine where they might want to retire. And they have people in different countries around the world, boots on the ground, investigating, living the life there, and then writing about it for International Living. And they want to share this information with our community. So if you go to internationalliving.com and then /60andme, you can sign up and they'll send you completely free of charge a link to their Global Retirement Index. And that's a great resource where they basically look at 25 different options, and you can decide which country or area works best for you. It's really cool. It's very good company. So that's our travel tip for the day. But really what I wanted to talk to you today was about how to get yourself in a state where that's kind of move is possible. How do you take that garage full of stuff and that house full of furniture and clothing that you really don't need anymore and make decisions about what to let go? Now, Andrea Flammer wrote this article, and I have been following the person that she talks about quite religiously because I love her effort, and that's Mary is it Mary Kondo? But it's Kondo craze, Kondomani craze. And in case you've been hiding under a rock, you will have heard about this woman. She's from Japan, and she wrote a book called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And she's now got a TV show, which is called, I think it's, I forget what the series is called, but where she goes into people's houses and actually helps them to downsize. She actually helps them to clear out their stuff. It's such a fascinating series. And you actually don't realize how much you've got until you do the things that she suggests. And then the emotional journey of letting things go is where she also helps. What I like about her, Marie Kondo, is that she's very, gentle and respectful. She doesn't yell at you or blame you or make you feel bad. She just asks you to look at your possessions in a different way. And I think it's very, very powerful. So Andrea writes about this process that she recommends, that Marie recommends. And let's see what it means, how it sounds to you, what it means to you, because it may just be the doorway to a new life for you and your family. So Marie Kondo comes into your house. The first thing she does is ask you to take out all the everything in your cupboards. This is clothing, and put it in one big pile. So everything from the closet, the drawers, the shelves, the cupboards, everywhere you've hidden clothing, put everything in one big pile. One big pile, and then she said this can be somewhat embarrassing, and it can also be really depressing because you don't realize how much clothing you've got until you start making these kinds of dramatic revelations. And so you pile everything in the floor, in the center of the floor. And she said, in her soft-spoken and gentle way, she then recommends that people look at all these items one by one and determine which ones have, bring them joy in their lives. Now, remembering that every single item that we've ever bought was something that we traded our money for, and we must have had some very strong connection to it when we purchased it, or some desire to have it in our lives. But I think that we sometimes change, over the years, our priorities. The reasons that we bought those things might change. And so the emotion, the memory, all that kind of complicated attachment to those things at some point in your life is worth letting go. So the question is, does this bring joy? Does it spark joy in your life? And you lift up every item and you ask yourself that question. Now, it sounds a little bit, what's the word? Sort of Pollyanna-ish or something. But when you get to the heart of this, it's really powerful. And when you talk to your items and say, does this bring joy in my life? Does it spark joy? And so I thought about it myself, and I'm going to share with you some of the things that I treasure. That I went through some of my cupboards and pulled out things that I would never let go. But there are many in the cupboard that I saw as I was going past them that I definitely could release, and I probably will. I do it quite often, and I'm liking that. I'm liking the style that I've adopted. Very simple, plain colors, usually with scarves and accessories, but not too much now. But I'll share with you some of my things in a second. But the questions that she asks us to ask are simple. Do I need this? Do I need this? Do I wear this currently? That's a good one. How long has it been since you wore that item? Does this reflect the life that I want to live? And does this reflect the person that I want to be seen as this year, next year, and into the future, 5 years from now? So those are the questions. Do I need this? Do I currently wear it? Does it reflect the life that I want to live? And does it reflect the person that I want to be? It's really powerful. And so it should be making us feel good and also be useful. There's a great quote by William Morris, I think it is. He was the founder of the arts and crafts movement. And he said, have nothing in your house that you don't consider to be useful or beautiful. And I think that he would definitely approve of this process of asking whether things bring joy to your life. It's the same kind of thing. It's hard with clothing. I mean, with books, well, actually books are hard too, but with paperwork and furniture even, you can let some of that go. It may have fit a certain house you were in or a certain style when the children were there, for example, if you have kids. But clothing is tough, because you associate it with events, with people, with memories. And but is it beautiful? And is also useful? So I think that Marie Kondo would approve of William Morris, and I think that she's a very perfect person for this time. Now, I went through my closet just for fun, and I pulled out some things I love. A lot of my items that I love are accessories. So this scarf, I wouldn't let go for the world. It's one, I'm going to get the right side because there's two sides to this scarf, and one is the proper side and one is the other side. So this is my scarf. I found this scarf in a charity shop in the UK. Isn't that beautiful? I just adore this print. And you'll see the other thing I chose too. So there must be something about print that even though I don't wear it very often on like a top, I actually do love it for an accessory. So that's the first thing I would never let go. That would be one thing I would keep. That brings joy to my life for sure. Another one is a dress. Now this silly dress, oh my gosh. I bought this dress about 2 years ago, knowing that it didn't fit me and knowing that I would probably never fit it because it's a size 14 and I'm between, and it's tight fitting, but here it is again, the most beautiful dress in the world for me. I hope I do get to wear it one day because I love it. And I think you'll see when I show it to you why I love it. Again, it is, if I can just get the right side here, it is a print. And that's the dress. It's got a V-neck. If I can just pull it up. And it's off the shoulder. It comes off the shoulder, so imagine. And it's just the most beautiful dress. It was very much on sale. It was marked down like to 70% off. But the fabric is very, very smooth and silky. And I love it. It brings absolute joy to my life. This dress I will keep. And then the other two things I picked out were jewelry. And you've seen some of these items of jewelry, but this is one that I have never worn out in the real world because I've said it to you before. I don't know where I would wear it. I probably could wear it anywhere, but I'll just hold it up above my other one here. Now it's like an Indian style. I don't think I bought it in India, but I could have. It's just very much that style. But I really adore this necklace. And yeah, it's a precious one to me. It brings me joy for sure. It sparks joy. And then finally, this one will all be a drum roll because you'll know this one from, I've worn it many times and I love it. This is my beautiful Zara crazy necklace. I'll undo the little snappy thing so I can see. Isn't that gorgeous? This is precious. This is like joy in a capsule. I mean, I love this. This exudes joy, don't you think? But you must have things like this. And I would love to tell me, what are some of the things in your life that you absolutely would say bring joy, that you would really not want to give up, but would be, you would definitely put that aside when you were doing your Marie Kondo exercise of putting everything in suiting and sorting things by whether you love them and whether they bring joy or not. So share with us below what things you have in your life that bring joy. I'd love to know. We can share notes. So I hope this has been fun and is giving you some practical advice and some tips. Go put that stuff all in a big pile and start sorting through it, asking that question, does it spark joy? And thanks, Andrea, for the article and the thought of this downsizing process. I think it helps a lot. And thank you for being here. Thanks a lot for your time and just keeping me company here on this crazy journey we're all on. Look forward to talking to you again very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.